Hey, yo, it's your boy Los. What is that, snow? Sorry.
Who's who in this rap game? Everybody got a big chain. All I got is all I need, baby. My rap name is my last name. Yeah, I don't regret it. I ain't wildin' with a debit. Yeah, if I play my cards right, I'm gon' have good credit.
That man talking about credit.
Don't look at me if you looking for bands. I'm not a legend, I'm only a man. I hit the ceiling when I was a fan. Dropped out of college, I took a little chance. Way before I ever got in advance. Had some people try to tell me I can't. I said I can, light spell. Reminiscing, I came up in a trailer. Ship was sinking, man, we needed a sailor. God made, never needed no tailor. Everything changed when I met my maker. I had to seize the moment. I had to stop the scrolling. I was just roller coasting. Broke out the box, I'm done with the pose. I'm never, ever, ever selling my soul. Got live in water, gotta hop in the boat. Best believe I'ma live what I wrote. I'm gonna reap what I sow. This is my testimony. I remember I was bagging groceries. Me and my gang like Zach and Cody. I got Jesus, no Mr. Moses. Yeah, I'm fearing God. Can't afford no fear of gods. It's some days that I remember that I wasn't hearing God. Mama told me get a job. I did. Scrubbing toilets, I guess you could say I was really going in.
All right, so as you can see this afternoon, we're talking about Hulvey, who is Reach Records' latest artist. Please excuse if you can't hear me as clearly as you can before. My Bluetooth is on the fritz, and so I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I gotta get my mic fixed as well, so hope you can hear me. But anyways, Hulvey is, like I said, Reach Records' latest artist. He is, I think it's safe to say he's the disciple of a cat by the name of Scott Free. If you don't know who Scott Free, you might not know who Scott Free is, but you definitely know who City Takers is if you're from the Atlanta area. And actually, you know what, probably not just Atlanta as well, but pretty throughout. City Takers is I think they're still going, but I know I was a regular back in the day when I lived in Atlanta more. So what City Takers is a church event per se for the quote unquote youth group. Scott Free would run it. Basically, he would bring artists, Christian hip hop artists from all over, man. It didn't really matter who you were, where you from, whatever. He'll bring you in. If you was dope, that is. Well, Lecrae lived in Atlanta. Well, actually, he was in Memphis at the time. He would come through. Jason has come through. Just R. Swift used to come through. So on and so forth. Like some pretty big name CHH cats would come through and just get the opportunity to rap amongst youth. And so it was a free event. It's a dope time, man. Dope opportunity. But anyways, so he, Hulvey, sorry. I don't think I'm saying that right. I'm sorry for messing your name up, my guy. But, Hulvey? Sorry. I believe he's a disciple of Scott Free. So I say that to say, I think it's safe to say that he is decently well-rounded in the text. He's not a rookie to the game. I don't think that him or Lecrae would have put him out with him being safe, for instance, on Monday, then sign him on Wednesday, drop an album on Friday. I think some time has been spent with him. I think he is decently well-rounded in who God is and the beauty of the Lord, and knows scripture and so on and so forth. So I say that to say I'm confident in that. But that's pretty much the whole thing I'm confident in when it comes to this album here. The album is called Prelude, and I'm past the argument of doing 5 songs on their first album, and I say, or any album period. But I say that because I guess I kind of get it now. So back in my day, and I sound mad old saying that, but back in my day, you would drop a single, right? And the single would, you maybe 3 singles before your album drop, and the single just pretty much just say, "Hey world, here I am. This is me." Just getting you ready for what my album's going to be, so on and so forth. And so the times have changed, so now it seems as if the 5-song album is the new age single. And I don't think, for me personally, I don't think that this quote unquote single was a great representation of who he is as an artist. It was very bland. He literally sounds like every other MC that's out in the game now, and even sounds just like every other MC that Reach has signed as of late. Just that I think they call it trap, but I don't think it's what we would call trap. It's fine. Maybe it's a new age trap as well. It just, he just sounds. This is no diss to him, I guess. It's just more, I guess, of encouragement for him to find his own niche. I'm sure this is going to sell because one of the clientele that City Takers has, and definitely the arm and the reach of Reach Records. Sorry, but it's gonna, he's gonna do well. He's gonna get some shows. I'm sure he's gonna, make a name for himself. All that's gonna be well, fine and dandy. But as far as being an impact, should I say, on the game or in the game, as far as being remembered, I think that's going to take some time because of the fact that, like I said, he just another, not mumble rapper, but just another this. I'm trying to categorize it, but this new lazy kind of style of rap is what his album is, what he's projected. There's him, he's a believer, but there was barely any mention of the power of God on the album, or God in general, Christ, salvation, whatever, which is, also typical as of Reach, as of late. There was no creative wordplay in this. There was no bars really. There was no production. Was dope. The song called Roller Coaster, when it came on, I was really excited about that. And I think I kind of like that one there, by the way. Either Roller Coaster or Higher, one of the two. I switched back and forth between which of the two of the 5 songs that I like the most. Both were decent. They're okay. The melodies is okay. It's just that he's not saying anything. So I get the quote unquote word or song structure. I get that. I get what he's shooting for. What they're all shooting for. It's just that there's no content. There's no meat in the songs. It's just really literally. And this is gonna be the time to sound disrespectful. And I promise it's not meant to be. But it's like literally. It's like I feel like he just rapped whatever was on his mind. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's in his head went to the booth. Like, there was no time was spent writing down, coming out with some bars or some heat. It's just, get in and just give you what he gives you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if that's what it is nowadays, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just come from the era where you wouldn't Reach back when. You had to spend a time in the lab with the pen and the pad, and you had to write down some dope stuff, and you really couldn't leave until, you know what I'm saying, you came with it. I remember hearing a story about Andy and Lecrae and how they would purposely, and I believe for the sake of encouragement, for the sake of making each other better, but they would try to compete on the bars. Like, yo, whose bars can be hotter? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was a competition as far as like, I'm doper than you, but just, I want to push you to be better. And I just feel like this new age, and him included, there's not that push lyrically. There's not that push to be the dopest MC you can be, while at the same time glorifying God. I just feel like this song here was just a letdown. The song Champion, I think it's called, Freestyle. That was. Video was dope. I like how he did the video inside the Reach Studios and everything. Lecrae does a couple cameos in there. And I think that was kind of dope how they kept it as one camera, really. They did some cuts and editings. I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan of that creativity. So I give him that. That was mad creative, whether he was behind that or not, but that was creative to me. But just overall, in general, there's nothing on this album here that was exciting or stand out-ish to me. But I know someone say, well, it's just a prelude. It's just, the beginning is just, he gonna come hit you with the hard stuff. Going back to what I said about the singles, back in my day, the single, like I said, it gave the consumer an opportunity to see what they was about to embark in. You know what I'm saying? So the single was like, pretty much, hey, young world, basically this, dating myself, man, but pretty much, hey world, this is me. This is what you're about to get. You're about to get this heat, and here's just a taste of that, right? And so the first single will usually be just like a dope party type track, right? Then the second single would probably be something a little more, not laid back, but just, a little milder than the first one. Then the last one was pretty much more so showing you the range as far as their lyrical creativity. And you know what I'm saying, I just feel like on this one here, he didn't give us enough of him, right? I'm gonna say that it's pretty much because he's young, but he's with Reach though, so they should told him that. Like I said, overall, I wasn't impressed. I just wasn't impressed. I just don't think this was a well done album. Don't think it was, I don't want to criticize him as a rapper per se. I just want to encourage him to find his own. He's still young, still got time. Album isn't done yet. Find your own niche, find your own style, find your own pattern, be your own MC. I like, there's a couple things I do like, a lot of things I like, but one thing in particular I like, he started to bring up his childhood. Started to bring up, I think it was in Roller Coaster, I think. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But he started to bring up, people don't know things about him, his life, and he brings up smoking weed and whatnot. My wife laughed at us. She was like, everybody smokes weed, not us per se, but hip hop is a well-known thing to smoke weed now, so it's not like, disguise that. But anyways, but he starts bringing that up, right? And I like that. I was intrigued by that, should I say, because I love transparency. And I think just from that little smidgen of what I heard, I think he has a story to tell. And I think he has an audience that's ready, wants to hear that story. And I think he should really take time to shape and mold his songs in such a way to tell that story. Don't just be the party guy. Don't just be the don't be that guy. Be the guy who says, yo, I'm hip hop, and I'm going to use this gift, this talent, this God-given gift and talent, to tell you a story of how God brought me out. Tell you a story where God brought me from. I think that's important. I think that's a missing element in hip hop in general as of today. And I just, something about him, when I watched the video, I was like, I was bald, like, yo, this is whack. But then when I heard the album, I still said, yo, this is whack. But sorry. But as I listened to it, and I just kind of just listen over and over again in the gym and driving with my kids and so on and so forth, and they're dancing songs in the back. I just saw something. I don't know. I could be reaching, but I just saw something in what I was hearing that he's bigger than what he is portraying. If that makes any sense. And so I'm honestly, I'm actually encouraged. I'm excited, I guess, for the album. I'm hoping that he hears this review in some shape, form, or fashion, and I hope that he takes the time to really take the time to get in his own little niche and become his own MC and hit us with some bangers, man. Hit us with a dope album, because it's there, man. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but it's there. I could feel it as he was rapping. I'm like, yo, something is there. It just needs to be pushed to be brought out of him. I'm excited. And the song, I think it's Ready or Not, at the end, very last song. It's like a 1.5 minute song. I'm gonna steal that for my workout video, just so you know. I will put it at the bottom, not mine, but I'm definitely using that. It's a typical, energetic, type song, whatever. But I like it. There's something about it that made me like it. So I've been rambling, 11 minutes. Sorry. At the end of the day, this was his introduction to the world, was not a good introduction. It was not a good way to say, here I am. I think this was very mediocre. I think it was kind of one of those, they need something, so I'm just going to throw something out there real quick. That was if that was the case, then that was terribly marketed, terribly done in my part, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm encouraged by what I saw and what I think he can become. I think he's going to be, I'm gonna tell you this, man, I think he's gonna be a dope MC. I think he's okay now, he's in now, but I think, mark my words, once he finds his niche, right, once he finds him, I think he's gonna be dope, man. I'm dead serious, man, for real. It's gonna be a little bit, but if not this album here, the next album is gonna be one we say woo about. Like, woo, boy, you know what I'm saying? Watch, guarantee you. Anyways, it's your boy Los. Please like, share, subscribe, the whole nine. And yo, send it, if you know the homie, man, send it to him, because this wasn't a diss, this wasn't meant to be most of a word of encouragement. Send it to the homie, man, you know what I'm saying? And my guy, please, let me know what you think about what I said, and where I probably missed it or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited though. All right, y'all, grace and peace.